Alright, so how you doing, boys? Hope you're doing well in today's video. Of course, bringing back the Meliodas showcases and going to be trying to ult rush with this Meliodas. If you guys have been watching the exhibition tournaments as of recent, this is a very popular team. It's so insanely strong and it's a real scummy team as well. If you've been playing 4v4 as well, I'm sure you've been seeing a whole lot of Deanne, a whole lot of Margaret, and a whole lot of the suicide characters as well. I'm going to do a couple of videos in the 4v4, but I figured I wanted to get at least one more Meliodas showcase out before we move over to those. But if you guys don't know what the Meliodas does, his first card here, inflicts Sever damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy. Sever, even with the 3x crit chance, sorry, if you look at that crit chance there, he still just cannot crit on 95% of the units, which is actually devastating for him. But the second card here cancels buffs and stances on all enemies and inflicts damage equal to 210% of attack. The ultimate cancels buffs and stances on one enemy, inflicts damage equal to 539% of attack, then stuns for one turn. And his passive increases basic stats of all allies or of allies with 2 or less skills by 20% for one turn at the start of allies' turns. So not the greatest passive in the world. Like I said, the ultimate is 2-6, and jumping over to the gear, we are rocking on the HP defense set. He has such low CC that this is literally the only way to make him viable, still not even punching the 60,000 mark. And then having a look at the cosmetics, they give out so many free cosmetics for the base Meliodas, but this is a theme we're using today. I might change up to CC food, because getting that Deanne taunt right off the bat is fairly important, but we'll wait and see. Let's jump right into it. Here we go, and first opponent. What a team. Okay, actually getting the out CC even with the dodge through, that's going to be huge for us. Let's go. Oh yeah, we can easily get that melee ultimate as well. Go for the merger there. We'll chuck out the, yeah, why not? We'll chuck out the single target. We'll throw that into melee, and then we'll put up the taunt as well. I mean, for the fact that we have first and he can't apply the dissolve on us, there's not much he can do regardless. There's no counter or anything to proc the Elizabeth passive or to fully proc the Elizabeth passive turn 2, and it's not like our ultimate's going to one tap anyways. He's 2-6, it's an extremely old ultimate. I suppose we could use the Deanne association, but I feel like we're going to be a whole lot better using the Escanor just for the extra CC, all that kind of stuff. My HP defense gear is on that Deanne there. Actually, I think the Margaret still might have attack crit on there. I might have to change that after this match, but let's chuck this into the Meliodas and see if we can finish him off before he can start building up any of those buffs. Go for the Breath of Bliss 2, and we'll get to the Margaret ultimate. That should put the block effect on the opponent as well, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Breath of Bless, let's see what he can do. Surely he can crit as well. If he can crit, it's the odds are pretty much saying that's impossible. Not even half his HP. Bro is straight broken. And in a couple of my previous videos, I was talking about this guy being super insane and the most hype release ever, and it was that was obviously a joke. I mean, this man is straight fodder, that's for sure. We have got the Margaret ultimate now, though. We should be able to finish off the Elizabeth, at least. Attacking into the Deanne there. Even though the red Tarmiel is only 1-6, the amount of heal back you get back from that is just way too useful. Way too good. Man is such a staple in the meta at this point. Let's target the Elizabeth. Margaret gets the extra buff as well. Easily going to be one-tapping. And I think we might chuck this into Gotha, just to weaken them down a little bit. What do we reckon from the Margaret? Margaret, a character with the Sever effect on a single target as well. This is what a real Sever card looks like. Still not one-tapping Elizabeth. Man, this team is not pulling through. Surely she's not attack crit and not one-tapping, right? I mean, Elizabeth does a whole lot of extra stats. And Deanne's only 2-6. Man, this is one drawn-out battle, that's for sure. Actually devastating. However, he does have the block effect there, so yeah, that's not going to do a crazy amount of damage. The melee critting still doing good damage. Melee got the ultimate as well. With the pulverized card in our hand and with all the buffs Deanne's built up, we should just be able to wipe this melee here. Ooh, this is really bad for us. I still think we want to kill melee way over we want to kill anyone else. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that play here. Should probably go for Elizabeth instead, that way we can kind of confirm the kill. That's alright though. Let's see how much the Deanne can do, and I think we might move on to the next match. 2-6, man. I really wish they brought it back for Queens, because I would have straight up just bought my way to 6-6. Damn, almost killing the two of them. Ugh, mad unfortunate. Oh well, not a whole bunch of people got a crazy amount of dudes for Elizabeth. I feel like even though she was very sought after, the luck people got on the banner was god awful. I mean, I'm sure there are, you know, those people that got really good luck on the banner, but I mean, myself, yeah, look at that. She doesn't do the same damage Trader Melly does. And last night, the JP version actually had a live stream showing off at their 1-year anniversary for Ragnarok, and I was honestly super happy with everything they showed in that kind of live stream. Unfortunately, the Korean version is only going to be doing live streams when super big events happen, so I'm guessing that's pretty much just going to round that out to anniversaries and stuff like that. If you're missing out on the 1 year Ragnarok anniversary and saying you're only doing big events, I think it's only going to be those big festival releases. But super hype, we finally got to see the final Demonic Beast battle and the new character, and my oh my, when it comes to character design, when it comes to the way he plays, I haven't had a full look at the skills, but this man just speaks Gilgamesh left, right, and center. He is probably going to be the closest thing we ever get to a Gilgamesh in this game, which is just a little bit sad. But if we get a fake collab and we don't get Gilgamesh, I'm going to be so goddamn disappointed. That's the one thing I want. But let's see. Got the block effect on Rimmer. We'll go one. Could we potentially kill Melee? We have quite a few grey buffs on us. And getting rid of Rimmer would also be great. That'll stop the infects from coming out, which will be perfect. I wonder how much we'll do with full ult gauge. Like half HP with a crit or something would be great. That's alright. God damn. Once again, really wishing this DN had more ult levels, but super excited for that to actually drop. Finally, now that we've closed that 2 week gap down to a 1 week gap for the kind of like JP global updates, it'll be 5 days from now that we actually get that, or maybe even 4 days from the time you guys are seeing this. So goddamn, so goddamn hyped for that. Oh my. And this Melly's about to start tearing up our DN. That's alright, she didn't take a crazy amount of damage. The Tarmiel Grace is definitely going to heal her up as well, and we just have so many Melee cards in our hands. Let's see if we can actually get Melee to finish off Rimmer. Might be the way to play it out. Then we can get his ultimate in the next turn, and we can do the buff removal on Meliotis. Actually, I think we just lose here, so why not? We'll go for this. See if we can get the kill on Rimmer, and Trader Melee will completely blitz us here. Oh yeah, Melee not doing any damage. He actually gets a crit on Rimmer? That's real surprising. Bro hits a whopping 10,000 damage? Oh my. Nerf him, please. Nerf him to the ground. I'm not even... Actually, why not? We'll watch the Trader Melee just one-tap the whole team. Diane is hella built up, though. She could easily bring back a comeback if we had a better team supporting her. The team isn't bad. Oh, Bro must have a low ult level. But other than that, we also had a look at the next 2 Holy Relics, one of them being a Droll Holy Relic. The Droll one looked decent, and the other one was a Scardy one. The Scardy one definitely looked like it's going to help her out a whole lot with the Deer raid, which is very nice. Didn't see a whole lot of PvP utility. However, you can still use Scardy in PvP teams, and actually having the Exhibition Grand Finals happening, someone was using Scardy in one of their teams. Kind of built as like a Kyo debuff counter team. It was Scardy, the Bestian, Red Moleskine as well, which is super surprising, and then the Red SR Liz with the Holy Relic. I did not even realize when she got her Holy Relic. We want to be attacking as little as possible. And we'll chuck at the charge attack. I feel like I might just be better moving the card in all honesty. Yeah, why not? Well, it's not going to get him the full Liz heal, so we'll be fine. But yeah, no, when the SR Liz has her Holy Relic, she gets an extra 4,800 HP, which is massive for the CC of that character. It's a character that really suffers. She at least has weapons, which is really good. I know some of those old characters just straight up don't have a weapon. I know Milim, for pretty much until the collab rerun, didn't have any weapons whatsoever, so I don't even know why they think that'd be a good thing to do. Characters even missing a single helmet can massive. I suppose it's not a massive downfall on their CC. It does end up being like 700 CC though, which if you're really trying to push your team to the maximum potential, every little bit counts, that's for sure. And even though we played this fairly alright, we just got the Liz team, although not fully supported. I still feel like we could get an Archangel that makes this team even better. Still just destroys PvP. And surely we can at least get one more win, right, before the video ends, but I know with this whole 1 week gap happening between the global and the Japanese version, a lot of people were disappointed. So many people love their whole foresight on the global version, and I know that's a big thing for global gacha games, but I feel like at this point, with only the 1 week delay, we're in a way better spot than JP is. Once again, we do have the foresight, which I don't really care. I'd rather have the updates come out and be able to play the character straight away. If you're wanting to know what the character is before it comes out, just read the patch notes. I feel like that's a good way to go about it. Let's go one. We could get both the ultimates. Here might be good, and then we can use the Breath of Bless next turn and throw them both off. But yeah, you can always just check the unit in the patch notes, and when the unit comes out on the global version, you can actually read what the character does and get a good idea for what they do, whereas character releases on the JP side, you know, you scan it with your Google Translate and you get you don't even have a clue what's happening. It was last night when I was watching the live stream, we were trying to translate someone's passive and it just didn't make any sense. Actually, I think it was the Gilgamesh character's passive and just could not tell. It's going to be something you have to play in game or we wait until he comes to the global version 4. So being able to actually read whilst you're playing the game is absolutely massive. This Diane wailing on us though. Actually going to get the ult removal. Oh no, still just shy of the ult removal. Did get the full heal and the stat buff though. 1, 2, and both of them have the buff as well, which is great. That'll be enough to get rid of Diane, I'm certain of that, especially with the buffs. Melee actually doing good for once. I don't know, they still could have designed him better. I don't like the fact that you can't have multiple cards of a character, or more than 2 cards on a character to actually get that buff. No crits on Diane. If you just made it so it was 2 characters at random that got the buffs, would be nice, because there's certain characters like the Bloody Ellie where you want to be saving your cards and build up as many as possible. You hit that 3rd turn or you hit the max passive proc and then you start throwing out the cards and completely wipe everything. Kind of the opposite of the Trader Melee teams where you just rank him up turn 1 and start killing people. Melee just cannot support Liz on that team. He's very... And then again, you can just put Ragnarok Barn in the back of the team. He defensively supports the team, he offensively supports the team, and he works 100% of the time in 100% of the teams. You can see why I think Ragnarok Barn is such a good character. Also, look at Diane go. Oh my god. Underrated, that's for sure. We will put up another taunt. Oh, we're gonna get Melee's ult anyways. Let's go for this just to maximize card draw. Getting the Melee ultimate's going to be perfect for us because not only can we stun the Trader Meliotis, but we can also remove all of his buffs so that when he's unstunned, we don't have to take as much damage. In saying that, Diane is completely topped up and we're about to get another ultimate if we throw out that level 2 taunt, so she's absolutely carrying, that's for sure. I'm very glad to see that Margaret can still hold up in today's meta. There was a very brief period there where she was just unusable. Look at Dan go. Look at Tamio Relic just be broken. There we go. Yeah, no, I'm still definitely gonna stun Meliodas, and we'll go you. Everyone has Ludo debuff on them. I'm scared. What ult level is your Ellie? Is Orange 3 or 4? I think. Still, I'm gonna go for Meliodas. I feel like that's the better idea. Elizabeth ultimate at 4/6 just doesn't kill. I'm someone who ended up getting her 2/4/6, and I don't know, the best part about it is you do get the revive, it is the grey buff, but still if you're using ult rush characters, you want the ult to be the thing that finishes the match, not does majority of their health, and then, you know, you also get survivability. Just, if you can finish off the game, you don't need that survivability. Let's see though, let's see how much she does. At 6/6 she is still massively broken. Yeah, losing Meliodas there was kind of expected. Okay, we can remove Melee's ultimate. Oh, I hope this AoE doesn't... That can do a lot of damage. It's impressive. Using this Elizabeth in the... we have the 3 attacks right now. It's... I believe it starts with A. It's the Gallon's cousin that you have to verse as one of the boss battles. She can absolutely tear up for that. It's so crazy to see her do really good in those PvE content, because the way her passive works, they really should have just made it last forever. I don't know why they restricted it to the... I think it's the 5 turns her 15% goes for. You guys all know what I'm talking about. Glad to see it that we're actually going to get another win is really good. We'll see this Diane's damage and we'll go off onto the final opponent. And what do we have here? A Ult Rush team. Okay, I wonder if he's using the green melon in the back as well, the Queen Shop one. Got the Mojo on the Meliodas, which doesn't help. Doesn't look like he's using that though, so could be using a Ragnar Barn or something in the back. We can get both of the Diane and Margaret ultimates again, which is really good. I know we're supposed to be trying to ult rush with melee, but that's just the way the ult rush team works. If you can get 2 ultimates over 1, even unless you were using this team with Trader Melee, I suppose then having the Trader Melee ultimate over the Diane and the Margaret would be better. It's just so insanely powerful. The King one as well. I used King for the first time in ages. It was, I think, 2-3 videos ago now. Very impressive still, that's for sure. He's a little squishy, and with the Meliodas having the Pierce card, you can get through that shield very easy, but I still had a whole bunch of fun using him. Since we don't actually have to taunt any attacks of any sort, yeah, I don't think you'll be able to get the Diane Pulverize effect off in time. Margaret is awfully low. I think we're going to go for this here. Unfortunately, we can't get the taunt off. If I don't throw up the taunt for Diane, I just feel like you'll get lucky, get an extra melee single target card, and we'll end up losing her. So don't want that to happen, especially since we're giving him an extra card after moving that ultimate. If we just had 660 we could probably finish it off here. He'll be forced to attack into us a little bit. We proc level 2 Breath of Bless, it's over. Wailing on the game definitely helps, goddamn. If only they brought it back for coins. I have so many at this point. I think I'm sitting on 12 of the festival dupes. 9 or 12. I'm around that margin. Actually managed to survive. Doesn't look like he got any of those melee single targets, so I was wrong. One... Can't go on a melee there. 2 and 3, why not? If we end up losing this one, that's alright. He had the far superior team and the far superior CC. Actually, I never even ended up checking the Margaret gear to see if it was on attack crit, so that we could change it over to HP defense. It wouldn't have made us go first by any means in this match. He had an extra 20,000 over us, but at that point, I mean, he's probably using CC food, but if you're both using CC food and your opponent's 20,000 CC above you, it doesn't even matter that they're going first at that point. They are just, their team is way stronger than yours, but that's right. Let's see him proc this melee ultimate and just wipe. I really wish they made it so you could see how much damage your opponents did. Would be impressive, because this would be, depending on the ult level, like 2 million damage. It looks like 1 million. And there we go, that about does it for today's video. If you guys have any more team showcases for Meliotis, or even just team showcase in general, I'm going to be moving over to the 4v4 side of things. Actually, I still have a Tami or Holy Relic video to get out, so I might get that done first, but that about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit like and subscribe, really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.